When most people look at abandoned buildings in Chicago, they see dilapidated eyesores and breeding grounds for crime. But there's more to these buildings than meets the eye. Right, Harry?
That's right, Stephanie. For some, abandoned buildings are places of beauty and adventure.
This is how it was the first time I came in. It was terrifying, where everything was just completely pitch black.
Where are we? We're here, or rather, underneath here.
There's a lot of history here. It's an abandoned grain silo that was last used in the early 90s. There's been multiple fires and explosions here.
And that's why the silo was abandoned, at least until urban explorers began making it a destination. Urban explorers venture to parts of cities and towns that others simply ignore.
Abandoned buildings, it's active buildings, it's rooftops, cranes, drains, sewers. Basically going out there and seeing what there is to see that you don't normally get to see.
The reason you don't normally see it is because it's illegal. By definition, exploring abandoned buildings without permission is trespassing.
I mean, there's nothing going on in these buildings. I'm not hurting anything. I don't break anything. I don't take anything with me. I don't do graffiti. There's no harm, no foul. Jesus Christ, dude, that would send you to the hospital, right?
No harm to the building, but what about harm to the explorer? Exposed pipes, roof collapses, and falling are just some of the dangers involved in urban exploration. I'm standing across the street from what used to be Ravenswood Hospital, an urban explorer's dream full of rich architectural and medical history. But its recent history hasn't been so nice. Since it closed down in 2002, there have been increased instances of trespassing and vandalism, culminating in a 16-year-old boy's death while exploring the site last summer. The explorers don't just put themselves in danger when they go exploring.
If the kid gets hurt in my building, they could sue me, and I'm liable, and I could lose.
Not only are industrial real estate owners like Rogat's liable, the government is too. Abandoned buildings often become havens for drug dealers and gangs, prompting Mayor Emanuel to begin his initiative to demolish at-risk buildings. Last year, the Chicago Police and Department of Buildings destroyed more than 250 structures, but the plan comes with some drawbacks.
The more they tear down, the less inventory I have in my business.
And if they start tearing down buildings, that's obviously those are spots that we would have been.
Since 2011, the city of Chicago has spent $14 million demolishing 763 buildings, but architectural preservationists think that the money would have been better spent rehabbing the buildings instead.
Every time you take down another existing building that could be viably rehabbed and turned back on the tax rolls, you are moving farther away from that goal.
With the buildings rehabbed, gangs would stay away, and the architectural history could be enjoyed right from the front door. But urban explorers say that it wouldn't be the same.
You know, part of it is just the sense of adventure and the adrenaline that's involved in a lot of cases.
There's an unspeakable beauty to the abandoned things. I mean, look where we are. It's beautiful. There's something strangely beautiful about it.
Beauty can be found anywhere, even in an abandoned building. You just might have to go exploring to find it.
While urban exploration is popular amongst the youth, people of all ages love checking out old buildings. During our shoot at the silo, Antifa and I bumped into a couple of explorers in their late 50s who just picked up the hobby.
So, Harry, how do urban explorers find new sites to explore?
Well, Steph, there are three basic ways. The first one is simply pounding the pavement. They go look around Chicago and see if they can find these sites. The second involves pulling out old maps, and that takes a long time to do. And the third is probably the easiest, which is online. But there is a catch. In these online forums, you can't list the exact address of the place that you want to explore in case the cops want to close it down.
Thank you, Harry.